Simon and Melissa were disgusted by Henry's attempt to extort Nora, demanding 35% of the carefree pill profits, claiming inheritance from his late wife Yvette, who created the original formula. The Andersons were furious, but faced potential legal complications due to Yvette's lack of a will. Nora, reaching her breaking point, sharply dismissed Henry's manipulation. As she prepared to act decisively, the room held its breath. Will Nora choose a direct legal confrontation, risking a public battle and straining the Andersons' finances? Or will she employ a more strategic, subtle approach, perhaps exploiting their current financial weakness? And what damaging information does Henry believe he possesses regarding Nora's acquisition of the carefree pill formula? Henry, his face flushed with anger, the veins on his forehead bulging, stood up and bellowed, his voice raw with fury. "Nora, I'm your father. That is something that will never change. You can't just abandon me to go off and live the high life on your own. You have a responsibility to take care of me." He spun around, his gaze shifting to Simon, his tone demanding. "We're not waiting. We need a resolution today. Either draft a contract outlining our share of the carefree pill's profits and give us the money right now, or get Athena to mentor my daughter." "Pick one." Simon's brow furrowed, his expression a mixture of anger and disbelief. Melissa's lips tightened, her gaze hardening. She could sense the manipulative intent behind Henry's outburst. I, however, remained calm, my voice steady and laced with a hint of warning. "Henry, I suggest you lower your voice and take a few deep breaths." Henry scoffed, his eyes flashing with a dangerous light. "Oh, really? And what are you going to do about it? You'll see. The public will be on my side. You're hogging the profits of my wife's creation." I raised an eyebrow, my gaze cool and challenging. "Who says the carefree pill is your wife's creation, Henry?" Henry's face contorted with rage. "What did you just say?" he demanded, his voice a low growl. I glanced at the shattered remains of the antique cups, my tone deceptively casual. "The carefree pill belongs to the Andersons. It has nothing to do with you." Henry leaped to his feet, his chair scraping loudly against the floor. "How can that be? It obviously belongs to your mother." "If my mother had truly developed this miracle drug," I interjected, my voice sharp and decisive, "then why didn't you open a pharmaceutical factory years ago? Why didn't you capitalize on it? Why did you keep it a secret?" Henry's face cycled through a series of emotions: anger, frustration, a flicker of something akin to guilt. My voice, sharp and unwavering, cut through his self-pitying thoughts. "Of course, I obviously found the formula when I came to live here." Henry's temper flared anew. "Of course!" Nora was deliberately twisting the truth, trying to erase his family's connection to the carefree pill. "Nora, you're so ungrateful," he roared. "How dare you lie to my face?" My voice, cool and dismissive, broke through his internal fury. "So Henry, do you have any evidence? Any at all?" Henry's face contorted. "That's ridiculous. You're being deliberately obtuse, Nora." "Really?" I asked, my voice deceptively sweet. I pulled out my phone, my fingers hovering over the keypad. "In that case, I guess we should call the police. And by the way, those cups you just broke? They're antiques from the 1600s, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I suppose you'll be paying for those as well," he sputtered, his face flushed with a mixture of rage and fear. "Nora, you're trying to blackmail me." I raised my phone higher, my expression utterly indifferent. "So, shall I call them?" Henry's shoulders slumped. He had felt so powerful, so confident just moments ago. Simon rose to his feet, his voice firm and unwavering. "The carefree pill may have originated with Yvette, but we developed it ourselves. Mr. Smith, you've made some very serious accusations today to try to claim a share of our earnings. Do you have any evidence to support those accusations? If not, then this is nothing but slander." Melissa, her voice gentle but firm, added her own warning. "If you continue to harass us, Mr. Smith, we will have no choice but to involve the authorities." Henry found himself on the back foot, his earlier aggression evaporating in the face of our united front. He coughed, forcing a semblance of composure. "No matter who the carefree pill belongs to," he said, his voice laced with a forced reasonableness, "we're ultimately still family. What's wrong with helping my second daughter find a new mentor?" He turned to me, his smile returning, though it now lacked its earlier confidence. "You'd rather help your cousin than your own younger sister, Nora? How can you be so narrow-minded?" I pointed towards the door, my tone leaving no room for argument. Are you going to leave by yourself, or do you want me to make you go? As he reached the threshold, he managed a weak snort, attempting to salvage a shred of dignity. Don't be too smug about this, Nora. I'm still your father. You can't get rid of me that easily. The door slammed shut behind them, the sound echoing through the suddenly silent house. Finally, they were gone. I went upstairs, my body heavy with exhaustion, my mind still reeling from the confrontation. As soon as I entered my bedroom, my cell phone rang. I glanced at the screen. It was Lily, calling from overseas. I answered, my voice weary. Lily? Athena, her voice crackled through the speaker, filled with a strange mixture of excitement and caution. The DNA test results are back. You won't believe what we found. My breath caught in my throat. Lily laughed, a nervous, almost incredulous sound. It's tough to say exactly what it means without more context, but, well, it's definitive. Is it you who's not your father's biological daughter, or is it your younger sister who isn't really related to him? Either way, your DNA doesn't match Angela's. You're not related by blood. Lily's revelation did not change anything for me. I already knew I wasn't his daughter. But is there a possibility that even Angela isn't his? Maybe this whole testing of Angel's DNA turned out to be a failed exercise. In any case, I know I cannot allow Angela or Henry to get back into my life. Will Henry create new problems for me? Can I keep my children safe from him?
Hi, Nora here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Saving Nora Now with the link in the description.